me. So this guy definitely has some skill. He is one of the better players in Tampico as well, so it would be no surprise to me if he got the win against Rubric. But I should also tell you, Roy, that this set is going to be another team kill. These are both from Tampico. They know each other. They have a history together, and I will consult PG stats in a moment. But right now we're starting out in Final Destination, and you already know the Luigi game plan. But it's going to be a bit different. I mean, I think Ryder in particular is going to play super slippery.
He might just try to do that, but that is exactly what Rubric wants to avoid here, as those Luigi combos could be very important, and not even letting him use the tornado right there. Yeah, that is a frame 1 option in the air, but still here, Rubric getting that first stock. And that is the dilemma that Fox does have. Once you are in that position where you are pretty much guaranteed to death, you will, because of the low weight that this character does have, and Luigi does hit like a truck as well. So, I mean, the neutral game is going to be crucial here, and also trying to avoid those Saturn options. I like that Ryder is able to use those ledge trapping options as well to try and keep Rubric away. Look, nice fade away, not ready for the punish there. And I mean, it is very difficult to actually try to punish that, waiting for the overextension as well and getting that stock. Only 32%, and he is away from that seared death combo rate, but I mean, you're not quite out of the Luigi's clutches just yet, because it's not like his punish game ends when he's at 0, right? Like, he still has a ton of options and combos that extend well into the kill percents, and look at that, he's not even using those. Like, it seems like Rubric has a nice holding neutral right here, and the defensive options or the approach options that Raider is trying to use.
You also need to keep in mind that kill percent for Fox is a lot earlier than usual because of how light he is, and I would also like to tell you about the history that these two have. They have only played twice, actually. I would have expected a lot more sets between them, but no, they have only played twice, both of them offline. The first one was won by Ryder 2-0. The second one was a tear. Rubric defeated him 3-0, so that was the most recent set as well, and so far, we're looking at a pretty even game, but still, Ryder, I think, knows the danger that he is constantly on. Every time he tries to approach early, and every time he overextends, he might just eat up a Cyclone.
Yeah, exactly as you were saying, like, that is such a prevalent option, probably the best combo breaker in the entire game. And the down tilt final gonna be effective, not even trying for ledge trump, maybe working in some conditioning. I like that option, using the direction of air dodge and abusing Fox's fall speed to be able to come back into the ground. Oh my god, huge miss, but no punish as well on the other side, and trying to respect the fact that either Nair or Cyclone could have come right there. It feels like Raider managed to come back into the stage just by the skin of his teeth, and still has a fighting chance here, but look at that roar, and the approach is going to be definitive there for Rubric, getting that first game, trying to repeat the result from their last set.
You know, that now that we just saw the roar, I would love to see if people have been labbing the slingshot tech, because I think that really is going to change a lot of things, but you first need to commit your time into it. You actually have to learn how to pull it off. I think Ryder in particular could earn a lot from this slingshot, but, you know, we have yet to see it so far. Great work from Rubric, using the RAR at the very least, not technically a slingshot, but it's close to it, and getting this first game in Final Destination, I don't think it was, like, a stomp. It wasn't that decisive, yeah, no. But it was still looking mostly in his favor. Raider got interrupted a lot, and when you are playing like that, it tells me that you don't really have the knowledge of how many times you will be interrupted, how often you actually get to overextend.
Yeah, exactly that, and that is a very, very crucial part versus Luigi, especially because of the combo breakers, their combo breaking tools that Luigi does have, right? And even though, like, it didn't feel like Rubric had, like, an extreme punish game, it just felt like he had the upper hand every time. Like, he was like, okay, I can pivot forward smash. I can go for the grab right here, and you will die. It doesn't even necessarily mean that he will get everything, but look at that. Just a quick gimp to start things off, and things are looking better than ever for the Luigi main.
Yes, indeed. Rubric getting a very early stock, and so Ryder has to play from behind for the entirety of the match. Well, not the entirety of the match. He would need to get a very similar stock, and it's super hard to do that against Luigi. You might be able to get him to do the Luigi green missile and stuff, but you first need to get him out, and Ryder just did, but he did not get anything else off of that. The push isn't being quite as effective, although he is playing a much better defensive game through his offensive. He is not getting punished quite as much on stage, and Rubric is kind of forgetting how to play the neutral. He's not going for any, well, he actually has not landed any plungers that would get him a solid 0 to death combo or whatever.
Yeah, and Ryder was playing with like a little hesitance in the way that he was trying to approach, and as he is gaining confidence, perhaps that is the deciding factor that he could abuse here to try to bring things back versus Rubric, and just the slight mash to be able to get something else. No punish there. That was the perfect situation to be able to do it. However, Rubric will give him a gift right there, as Raider was just able to use the up smash out of shield. And the next setup right here, and the plunger, he's hit like pretty much like the majority of those down tools by the ledge. Such a difficult position, and the same grab managing to stay alive by the skin of his teeth once more. And let's see the recovery. Oh, what an angle that he was trying to choose, and the coverage from Rubric was almost final, but not getting everything that he wanted just there. Let's see if he's able to get the next punish, as this Fox, I mean, that death is well overdue for his weight.
Yes, indeed. That Fox should have died a while ago. And actually, that mix-up of down throw into back air is also one of the big things that Luigi has. It might be a Cyclone, it might be the back air, but either one of those should get the kill, whatever it is. But now commits to a forward smash of all things. That was some poor reaction times. It would have hit, but it hit the shield, unfortunately, because of the timing. And now Ryder, he holds onto the alive, but not for long. The dash attack will do it. That thing actually works now, and we get the last stock stage shift, the transformation dive to the heart. I love Hollow Bastion. It's well, to me, it's one of the prettier stages here. I love the fact that it's legal, and also keep in mind, Rubric is still holding on and getting some good extra credit. That's what I love about this. He does not hold back whenever he has the advantage.
Yeah, he doesn't, and let's see if he is able to even get this stock earlier than his opponent, or if he's even gonna go to the last stock situation. No jab lock, even though Fox is quite fast. Like, it seems like the reaction was not there for Ryder, but the reaction was there this time around, as running up and up smashing the Fox classic is still gonna be able to work. Okay, the pressure on the side, but the percent is noticeably on Rubric's side, as he is able to get those punishes and getting those grabs quite crucial as well. Not losing patience and trying with the anti-air. The up smash finds its mark. And look at the way that this man just closes it out. Like, it felt like the Ryder was trying to force an option from the air, and if he kept doing that, like, Rubric was like, okay, I'm just gonna punish you. Like, I do not have to dash all the way back. I can try with the options, I can try with the pivot grab. And even though he did try a couple of those options earlier, like this time working when he needed the most, which is to take out the final stock and getting the next game.
Yes, of course. I love it too when the reverse up smash comes through. That's, I think, the kill option that tells you that the opponent kind of forgot how to approach. And now, I don't know if you saw that, but there is a character switch. We have Incineroar on the screen. Ryder is going to switch to Insane. And, wait, it's 2-0, isn't it?
It is 2-0, indeed.
Yeah.
I am fairly
Rubric
certain
won.
that Rubric has won both of those games.
Yes. Well, still, that's why the counterpick comes through. Also, it's 2-0, people. Don't worry. But still, how is this going to work? Well, I don't think it's working too well at the beginning. But of course, what we are looking for here is the burst options from Incineroar. How easily he can put in percent and perhaps get some gimps.
Yeah, like the name of the game for Incineroar is how are you able to burst the way into with the Lull Whip and with those aerials, perhaps even a couple of out of shield options with the Nair, as Insane has pretty much everything a character could want except for speed, like the raw power, like except for mobility, dare I say, because in the air he's also not quite fast. And the ledge trapping, let's see, not even trying with the Lull Whip, as that is a common option that you see a lot of Incineroar mains try by the ledge. But I mean, this is not an Incineroar main, perhaps getting a little bit of mix here, just bringing a different mentality, and it's working so far, as Rubric is trailing for a while, and he will miss that punish, but not that opportunity to match the Cyclone and to get out of jail. But Oh, that was a little desperate from Ryder, dare I say, and of course Rubric was ready for the punch.
Now, I would like to let you know, guys, that Incineroar is one of the heavier characters too, and then this 0% I think is when he is at the biggest risk, because he is combo food. He might get caught in those plungers, and that might mean a 0 to death combo. And also, Rubric, that's the other aspect. How often is he going to be able to bait out those revengers? Those are super free punishes, and look at how far he manages to ride that. Ryder had gotten like 60-something% of extra credit, and suddenly Rubric made that even. He gets hit again and so loses stage control and all, but hey, we know how easy it's going to be for him to make these things even once again over 100. Dear Lord, Ryder holding on to dear life, but we also know that the backers near the edge might be enough to get those kills too.
Yeah, especially if they come after a grab right here, and that will definitely do it. Back throw by Legend and Harrow, lateral blast zones such as Town and City. Ooh, the up smash. I like the mix-up. Not afraid as well to jump back with the aggression. And the extension of damage that Raider is getting right here is crucial for him, as he is finally playing with the confidence that you should see an Incineroar player do, right? Like, you need those types of options. You need to pretty much know how the opponent is trying to defend themselves. And he almost got it. Had that been a whip, I think that would have been the stock and the game. But Rubric still has a chance to close this game out and to set with a 3-0, especially after that. And now look at the percent. You're normally not scared versus a character at 0%, but Luigi is definitely not one of those.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, no!
This is the worst place you want to be in. Okay, he actually drops the combo, but Ryder knows that he cannot commit to many more approaches like that, especially with those parries. No way! No way! You're telling me that's how it ends? The slightest of whips, the bad selection. Dude, and not be just like that. Wow.
I mean, you get careless versus Luigi, he's gonna take a stock. That's how it goes. Or, I mean, what can I say?
What can I say too?
What can I say? Like, it was looking real nice for a second, and that is exactly why I said, you know what, he has to clutch up right now, as he could still lose the game, and it could be due to like self-destructions. It could be due to a lot of things, but sometimes like mistakes do happen, and of course the opponent is gonna be able to capitalize on it. Great stuff from Rubric. Those first two games versus the Fox were looking very solid, so at the very least a little bit of preparation right there. Not the cleanest punish game, or like not the most optimized punish game, but still it got the job done, and Luigi has a simple enough punish game to where you are able to execute it in a lot of different ways. And also, like, of course, it's at this level of play, perhaps is a lot more important to be able to get a hold of neutral of the opponent. And as you did say,